tell me what we're doing here.
I got a GoPro out there. We got a nice little circle. We're gonna do some precision bomb drops.
You said precision, how precise is it?
You put the thing on the thing and that's where it goes.
You talking grenade or nuclear bomb?
You'll just have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Hey everyone, Chris here, the RC Geek. Today we are taking a look at the FMS A-10 Thunderbolt. This is a twin 70mm model. Really nice flying airplane. The shape on it is really good. They've got the Arctic camo on here, which looks good. My only takeaway is that the white areas are bare foam. I do wish they were painted, but otherwise, you know, the paint scheme looks pretty good on here, and it's definitely very visible. Once it snows, we'll have to try it again and see if it truly works. Otherwise, the airplane assembles really easily. Everything just screws together, which makes it really simple. It's all the major components. The vertical tails screw onto the horizontal stabilizer. The stabilizer screws onto the fuselage, and then the wings slide on over the spars. And then there are two screws that hold each of those in place. Now I have done one modification on the airplane. It is an A-10. I want to bust some tanks at some point. And so I designed a 3D printed pylon and 3D printed bomb that's all droppable. It's designed around the E-flite payload release system. I do have that available. I got a link down in the description. I wanted to mention, we can show you guys how it works. We've got the E-flite payload release. This is the 3D printed pylon, and that just engages with the existing clips that are in here. And then the bomb here, this is TPU, it's flexible material, so it's gonna last forever, dropping on the runway, etc. And so, we'll give you guys a quick look at how that all works in flight, but it's a lot of fun. If you've never done an airplane with bomb drops, it's a whole lot of fun. I have way more fun with it than I ever thought I would. So otherwise, in terms of the controls, I'm at my mid rates all around, and so that equates to, for the aileron, 80% with 5% expo. For the elevator, 60% with 5% expo. And then for the rudder, I'm at 100% with 10% expo there, which helps with the steering a little bit. For the flaps, the airplane did want just a slight down elevator mix with full flaps. And so I'll give you guys the deflections on the video, but otherwise, that is a 10% down elevator mix at the full flap setting. It's just enough, because otherwise the airplane wanted to climb just ever so slightly, which made the landings a bit more challenging. For the CG, it is set per the manual. That feels excellent, and that equates to 85 millimeters as measured from the wing root leading edge aft, and that feels perfect in terms of the CG. And also, the airplane will actually hold the nose up aero brake really well with that CG setting. That's a lot of fun on the landings. I am using a 6S7000 pack in here. This is the smart battery. It's a large model. They recommend a 5000. However, the 7000 fits in here with minimal modifications. You can push it further back if needed, but otherwise I'm getting 4+ minutes of flight with this battery, and so that's really excellent. The one thing that I did have to do, it did have the gyro in here. I pulled that out to make space for the battery, and so now I can move it however I need to for the CG. So otherwise, you know, flying the airplane, it's an A-10. It's got a pretty standard configuration in terms of the wing. It flies really nicely. It's plenty maneuverable, and so rolls, verticals, all of that. It's pretty cold out and still got excellent vertical even with a semi-cold battery, and so the performance is really good. Otherwise, I do want to mention, if you're coming across the runway at partial throttle and you power up, the airplane will nose down slightly on you, so just be aware of that. If you're not prepared for it, you may end up nosing down into the runway itself. When you're at full throttle, it's not doing any of that, but it's just that transition from low to high where you can notice that. But otherwise, you know, let's take this out to the runway. We'll give you guys a flight, drop some bombs, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up. drop bombs in this fast.
Way to fly, Doug.
What would you say that was the bomb?
Totally. That was the bomb.
But you didn't bomb the landing.
Thank goodness. Not this time. I've done plenty of that before in the past. All right, there we have it. The FMS 70mm A-10, really nice flying airplane, really good looking airplane. It's something that you can really have a lot of fun with. And with the bomb drop, it adds an extra dimension that I personally really enjoy. And so there we have it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow along on social media at the RC Geek. Check out this next video, and then I'll see you at the field.